Hi, I'm Dustin Wray. I'm here at Nexus Sound Studio on the set of my new music video, which is a cover of Heat of the Moment by Asia from 1982. I thought about doing this as a cover many times, primarily because I like the song, but also because they mentioned the year, 1982. And I always thought it would be cool to do the cover and say 92, 202, whatever. Here it is 40 years later. And I'm like, okay, it'd be a cool thing to do. But instead, I wasn't going to do it, and I did an instrumental for the beginning of my album called 22. And I stole the line, there's only one line in the instrumental, and now you find yourself in 22. So I had already done a couple covers for the album. I did a Gordon Lightfoot song, If You Could Read My Mind, much different than the original. And I did a Judas Priest song called Breaking the Law. I was in the studio one day with an engineer, and he's like, oh, you should cover this song, you should cover this song, going through YouTube. And I said, no, I already got plenty of covers. I usually do one an album. And he said, oh, you should cover this song. And it was Heat of the Moment. So as we were sitting there, I started to have other ideas. I'm gonna change this song, because I always change a song if I'm gonna do a cover. Otherwise, why do a cover? So I started thinking, started having ideas. And my ideas revolved around the members of Asia, because whether you knew it or not, Asia was a super group, quote unquote super group. All the members were in successful bands prior to forming Asia. Two of the members were from Yes. Yes had broken up prior to Asia forming. Jeff Downes was on keyboard, Steve Howe was on guitar. The other members were John Wetton, the drummer was Carl Palmer from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. So I started looking at some of their other bands and thinking, well, what can we do? Could we put some Easter eggs in there from their other bands and some of their other hits? So that's what I thought. One way we could do, we could change the song, is maybe we could throw in parts of other hit songs from their other bands. So I took out the entire instrumental section from Heat of the Moment, and I inserted the intro to one of my favorite Yes songs, Owner of a Lonely Heart. And then in the outro to Heat of the Moment, we added some vocals from another one of Jeff Downes' bands, The Buggles. They were the first video on MTV with their song Video Killed the Radio Star. So the outro goes on Heat of the Moment, and then we break into Video Killed the Radio Star. And then we also go and do the oh part. So I thought, oh, that's some pretty cool ideas we had. I also go in and change up a couple of the words. We add some things that they didn't have in 1982, such as iPhones and stuff. Now, one thing, if people would say, well, you know, those members of Yes weren't in Yes, because Yes went on to reform the next year. They reformed and they came out with 90125, and their first song was Owner of a Lonely Heart. So those two members that joined Asia were in Asia. So it's kind of a tribute to the time frame and that time in music. However, the member who brought the song to Yes was Trevor Rabin. When Yes reformed the next year, he brought that song to Yes. An interesting note when I did my research is that Trevor Rabin did actually audition for Asia. Just an interesting side note. So that very well could have been an Asia song. So this song, Heat of the Moment, will be going on my 9th album, which is entitled I'll Tell You Later. It is the follow-up to Don't Ask Me, which is the follow-up to I Forget, which is the follow-up to It Doesn't Matter What It's Called. Yes, I'm trying to throw some curveballs to the media. And they ask me the name of the album, I can just say, I Forget, Don't Ask Me, Doesn't Matter What It's Called. This time I'm telling them, hey, I'll tell you later.